Here we have the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, the hourly price chart is showing some significant developments here in terms of the overall exponential moving average cluster. As things currently stand, we are seeing some resistance start to develop at roughly $4.17. We can even call this a bit of a double top in relation to the more near-term resistance activity that has occurred at $4.13. Of course, there's a bit of distance between these two levels, but if we look at the technical signals that are being suggested here, we can see some tremendous overlaps that do give us some important information about how share price action is likely to develop in the days and weeks ahead. So in this video, we will be explaining these individual price levels and then try to develop a trading plan here for this stock so that profitable trading strategies can be executed for NIO. So at the moment, what we're seeing here really is a confluence between the 200-hour exponential moving average and the 50% Fibonacci retracement of this major descending move lower. So specifically what we're talking about here is this descending blue line, which is the 200-hour exponential moving average, and then the price retracement zone, which is found at roughly this green area here, which does mark the 50% retracement of this declining move from $4.61 to $3.63. So essentially what we're saying here is, there is a confluence between these two areas, and we do see a bit of an overlap coming in right around this $4.15 mark. So the fact that there is a little bit of difference here between these two levels, $4.17 and $4.13, that really doesn't bother me too much because overall it does look as though these technical signals are playing out as expected. So currently what we're seeing here is the development of resistance right in this area. We do essentially have a double top at this point, and those can be a bit difficult to break to the top side. More recently, we have seen, an additional price failure at this 200-hour exponential moving average coming in a bit lower, roughly $4.10. So as long as these exponential moving averages continue to move lower, the overall suggestion here would be that share prices are likely to encounter resistance zones at lower and lower levels. So that's a bit of a problem here, and this is the main reason why we do need to see a breakout above this exponential moving average cluster. I'll sort of point to that here. So if we are able to see a break above this declining blue line, this would show that share prices are now trading above the exponential moving average. And then that would remove one of these technical signals, which is sort of inhibiting share prices or preventing share prices from moving higher at the moment. For all these reasons, I do believe this $4.15 level roughly to be the main line in the sand to unlock further gains to the top side here going forward. If we were to see a break above here, the next level of resistance would come in at the 61.8% retracement found at $4.21, and then the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement, which is found at $4.40. If we were to see a price break above all of those levels, I would then expect to see a full retracement of this entire price move and then ultimately see a retest of this $4.61. This would be the price high that was developed during the July 31st trading session. So overall, if we take sort of a broad view here, what we're really looking at is whether or not the stock is starting to find a base at current levels. One of the reasons that I have started to suggest this, there are a couple of different reasons. One comes from the fact that we are starting to see a bit of a higher low structure that is developing on this price chart. So essentially, we can draw a trend line roughly like this, and we can see that these ultimate price lows of $3.63 posted during the August 7 trading session, and then $3.83 posted during the August 20 trading session are successively starting to move higher. So as long as that continues, we can then expect a base to start forming at current levels. In addition to that, we do have to start to look at the indicator reading itself as well, because we have seen a recent break of the uptrend in share price momentum that had been seen previously. So this is a bit of a significant development here, and it's probably due to the fact that we have started to see this major resistance zone forming at $4.15. As we can see here, we're also starting to see a bit of a lower high in the relative strength index reading, which is this purple line at the bottom of the price chart. And then in addition to that, the RSI crossed below its own exponential moving average, which is the yellow line on the bottom of the price chart. So as things currently stand, what this means is that we lost the uptrend in momentum that had been in place previously. As share prices moved out of this $3.63 level, we did start to see a building of upside bullish trend momentum. But in recent trading sessions, with this second failure at $4.15, we did start to see that trend break to the downside. So the real question here is going to be whether or not this indicator reading, this trend in the indicator reading, continues to develop, or will we see a break here to the top side? In my view, if we do see a break of this $4.15 level, I do think that it will be relatively easy for share prices to develop a trend in the relative strength index, which breaks this recent downtrend. Overall, this is going to be critical here because this is ultimately what is going to what is going to determine whether or not share prices are able to break into the mid fours, the mid $4 level. Overall, these are the major price levels that I'm watching above and below. And overall, I do still think that the balance of the evidence rests to the top side, given the fact that there's much more difference, there's much more of a distance, I should say, between this $3.63 level versus this $3.83 level. To the top side, what we're seeing is a distance of only 4 cents. And then to the downside, what we're seeing is a distance of 20 cents. So essentially, the distance here is 5 times the size of the lower high that is being tested here. So you could say, that we have a, bit of a symmetrical triangle pattern that's forming here. But overall, the trend developments that are being seen to the downside do appear to be a bit more powerful than the trend developments that are appearing from the top side in the negative direction. So there are a few different factors to watch here. There are still a couple of different ways that this share price action could start to develop. But overall, at the moment, I would err on the side of agreeing with the idea that there is a base that is starting to form near current levels. If that is the case, it would mean that there's not much more room left to the downside, and that the stock could actually mark a buying opportunity relatively soon. So here's the current market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.